Elisha, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name's Elisha. I am a tech analyst, and I've worked on Sparta doing the training for the tech role, the tech stream.
You've been working on some very, very exciting digital products for our clients lately, and I'm really, really happy to have you here today because today we are talking about gender representation in the digital sector, a topic which I know you are very passionate about. So it'd be great to talk about your experience mainly, and also scope your thoughts about diversity and inclusion in tech and what you think companies, organizations, and universities could do to increase gender balance in our industry. Would you like to start by telling us about your story, your experience? How did you first get into tech?
It mainly kicked in when I started my A levels. I've always kind of gravitated more towards creative topics, things that kind of I have to do something that's quite physical. So as soon as I saw the kind of stuff in it, I'd never really done it before at school, so I thought it was a really good opportunity just to learn something new.
How did you choose your university degree? Did you know that you wanted to go for a STEM degree course, or how did you make that decision?
After sixth form, I wanted a uni, but I wasn't 100% sure where to go with it. So I did a year at college, and my tutors kind of sat down with me, went through all of the IT options, and we found a digital media technology stream, which was basically a lot of website coding, game creation. And I thought that was really interesting. I had to find that subject myself rather than it being something I was told, oh, this is an option. Through A level up to university, I was either the only female or one of few females in my class or in my groups. But there was also a strong view of being a female in a very male-dominated sector that I probably don't know as much, or I probably haven't got as much experience. So I had a lot of people saying that obviously if I was the only girl there, that I wouldn't necessarily get as far. It was always more based around who I was rather than the skills I had or the experience and knowledge I had. I think that was quite a hard thing to push aside and carry on having my own confidence to get to where I wanted to go. It's hard to have that confidence in yourself to push you when you have so many people saying you won't make it, or you won't be as good. And I think it's important just to break down who someone is and what they can do.
What was your experience going through the application process for graduate jobs?
So from university, I spoke to a few different recruiters, and a lot of it was more, you need a set amount of experience, or, I had a few people say it is quite a male-dominated role. So how do you feel about, going into that? And I think with Sparta was the only time I felt like it was my skills that got me an interview. And it made me feel a lot more comfortable and confident in myself that it was my skills and my knowledge and my experience, no matter how big or small it was, that got me a role.
What was your experience in training?
A really strong part for me was seeing how many people around my age were already working at Sparta or had been with Sparta for a few years. So it's really good to see that people from different backgrounds had that opportunity to explore something they were really interested in. And it was a really big thing for me to see, like, okay, I can do it. If you're not used to it, or you don't have people who are currently in tech that that have succeeded, I think it's quite a frightening aspect to say, okay, I've got to do that myself. I've got to get to that place. I found a group of females that as soon as I walked in the door just picked me up and was like, right, this is how it is. This is how you want, where do you want to go? We're going to help you to get there. And I think it was so nice.
I think you have such a good point there, and we talk very often about the importance of representative role modeling in the digital sector. And I completely agree with you. I think for behaviors to change, people experiences have to change first. It's very difficult to be the first.
I think it's been such a positive experience for myself to have confidence that there are people out there who will help, learn. And there's people years more experience than I've got, but that are willing to sit there and say, right, I can help you learn things that you might not learn otherwise to help you get to where you want to go. I got my first placement whilst I was in training, and one of the things that really stuck with me and that was really nice was everybody in my training group was just as excited as I was that I got placed.
You are in such an interesting and successful position at the moment because you are growing in your technical career. You've also positioned yourself as a diversity and inclusion champion in a way, an ambassador for gender equality in the digital sector. What would you like to achieve in the D&I space and in the technical space in your future career?
I think it's really important for myself, everybody I meet, to show that they are just as important as everybody else. Let people of every walk of life understand that no one rules above anybody else. We're all here for the same reason. It's really important to, do what we can to make everybody feel as comfortable and as happy and as successful in themselves, and confident in their own work. I think being a Spartan and not graduating so long ago, being my first proper job, I think it's so important to realise we are a very valuable member of any workspace, and I think it's important for everybody to feel the same way. So I think having that straight away gives you an even better platform for the rest of your career to realise that not only is what you're doing matters, that it gives you that option to help everybody else that you meet along the way.
Elisha, thank you so much for joining us today. You had a lot of great ideas and very good lessons as well for people out there who may be looking into the digital sector and considering whether to put themselves forward or not. Thank you so much for your input and for joining us today.
Bye.